For this first guitar solo, we have this little tag thing in the front. So the riffs are going to be based on D minor pentatonic for the most part. So I just do this. I slide up to the root note with the thumb. There's something about the sound of the thumb. It's very Hendrixy. It seems to have a fatter sound when you use your thumb. And I did this sort of Hendrix. Where I bend the B string up a whole step, catch the G string under the finger. So it's pre-bent when I pick the G. I'm going to pick the B and bend. And then when I pick the G, it's already bent. So I'm going from 13th fret to the 10th fret. Just going down the scale. Although it's important, that shape is a very Albert King type shape. And then I mimic the vocal melody at the start of this solo. But instead of playing it as a single note, I do it as an oblique bend. So I have my pinky 10th fret of the B, 9th fret of the G, and then a half step bend on the G. And I come down. Move up. Let's play some licks based on D minor pentatonic in 10th position. And then when it goes to A, I'm going to go all the way down the neck. So I'm starting. This is a good way to practice your sixths within a mixolydian. It's useful to have in mind and to be aware of what the notes of a mixolydian are. So A, B, C sharp, D, E, F sharp, G. Happens to be the same notes as D major. So, and when I get to here, the fifth and the major third of A, I like to use chromaticism. And if I do it in that way, I'm going to change the rhythm of what I'm doing. So pick, pick, slide. Then it stops on the G chord, and if I go up to this position, it's a great way to get into Albert King type bends, which is also very vocal-like. And then this position right here, that's known as the BB box for BB King, centered around our original tonic, our key center of D. There's a zillion licks in this position. So I encourage you to just experiment. Then the next chord's B minor. So I decide to take the top part of the B minor, top part of the A, and top part of the G. Just play it on the top 2 strings. So this here. A. That's G. So I'm playing the 3rd and the 5th of each chord. B minor, A, back to A, and then we get back to that beginning. So stylistically, you know, this is Hendrixy. Albert King, and of course both those guys were prime influences on Stevie Ray Vaughan. So whenever you hear this type of we think of all those guys, and it's nice to bring a bluesy sound and some bluesy guitar technique into a pop type of song progression.